Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of Zupo's SEO Talking to You. Today's conversation is having a page in the navigation really helps its SEO. The reason why this is important is because I think a lot of times when people are doing SEO, they're making new pages, they are not thinking about the overall structure and the site architecture. Therefore, it is really important to discuss why having these pages in the navigation helps. But before we begin, I want to introduce the tea we have today. It is a chrysanthemum tea, and again, I'm hiding it because it's pretty sunny right now, and so the glare is coming off the bag into the camera. But the chrysanthemum tea is a common guest on our channel. It's a tisane that you can drink. It's dried chrysanthemum flowers. It has no caffeine, but a lot of people really like chrysanthemum tea. It's because for a lot of people, you could buy these at the Asian supermarkets, and you can kind of drink them out of these little pouches. Those are more cold, but still, chrysanthemum tea has a lot of nostalgia for a lot of people. But let's go jump into the conversation about pages and navigation. The reason why this is important is because I think a handful of videos back, we have a video that talks about orphan pages and crawl depth. And so the reason why that's important is because when you have pages that are isolated from your navigation or from being able to be found through like the architecture of the site, it can be very difficult to rank. Google is always crawling your site, and they want to find every page possible. But when their crawlers have a hard time finding one of your pages, whether because there's no way to navigate to it or you've orphaned it, they will deem that page as something that may not be a high priority for you because you made it so kind of hard to find. So when it comes to ranking pages on Google, it is extremely important that your pages be something that can be navigated to from the navigation. Now, in best case scenario, the page itself has a button on the navigation that people can click to, and therefore they can land on that page directly. Now, it's not always black and white. You don't always have to have every single page you want to rank on the navigation, as long as there's a path that can be started from the navigation. So here's a good example. I have a client who has many different service pages, and so there's way too many to list all on the menu, and he wants to keep his menu clean and simple. So on his menu, he just has, home, about us, and the capabilities. In the capabilities, there is no sub menu that comes up. You can only click the capabilities. Once you click the capabilities, you'll be driven to a page that has all the services there. So therefore, that still somewhat counts because all your service pages can be navigated to from the menu, because if you click capabilities, once you open that page up, all the internal links will go to the other service pages. Therefore, it still kind of fits in. So it's not always purely black and white, but the most important thing that I want to impart is if you're creating these new pages that you're trying to rank for Google, you really can't create too many orphan landing pages. Every so often it can work, but what will truly only work is if you integrate it into the main site architecture where people can navigate to it, and more often than not from the main navigation. So again, in this client's example, if they create a new service page, what we always do is we create that new service page, but we always ensure that at some point we integrate that new service page into the capabilities or somewhere else to the navigation so that it can be found and start ranking on Google, right? So when you're creating new pages, ensure that you're not just creating it, that you're finding ways to integrate it to the site architecture, and therefore it will be a big boost to your SEO, because then Google will know that it can be navigatable, and then they'll give more credence to it. But hopefully that video was valuable. If you guys liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and pour out my tea now, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Thanks, everybody.